Hey everyone. So, have you ever thought about learning to code in Java, but then you hit this wall, this idea that, oh, I'm just not a math person? Well, if that sounds like you, then you're in the right place. We are about to tackle one of the biggest myths in programming, head on.
So let's just get right to it. The big question. Do you really need to be some kind of math genius to code in Java? I see this stop so many people before they even write a single line of code. And the short answer? No, absolutely not. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why.
You know, this slide really says it all. Over on the left, you've got the myth, right? The scary mountain of multivariable calculus and advanced algebra. But then look to the right. That's the reality for like 99% of Java programming. We're talking basic addition and subtraction, simple logic, stuff you literally use every single day. It is so much more approachable than you think.
Okay, so before we get any deeper into the how, let's take a quick step back and cover the why. What even is Java, and why is it something you should care about learning in the first place?
Just let this number sink in for a minute. 3 billion. That's with a B. That's how many devices out there are running on Java right now. From the Android phone that's probably in your pocket to huge, powerful servers that run big companies. So when you learn Java, you're not just learning a language. You're tapping into this massive global ecosystem.
And that huge ecosystem, well, it translates directly into some incredible career opportunities. Java is the absolute backbone for so many industries. It's building the apps on your phone, it's running the software for giant corporations, it's powering web servers, it's everywhere. It's a skill that is always in demand.
All right, so how does all this circle back to math? Let's break down what we mean by everyday math and see how it actually shows up in your code. I have a feeling you're going to find you know all of it already.
So here's the crucial point. The thing you really have to get. Learning to code in Java isn't about becoming a human calculator. It's about learning how to think, how to solve problems in a structured way. It's about taking a huge, complicated challenge and breaking it down into small, simple, manageable steps. And math is just one of the simple tools you use to do that.
For example, just look at these symbols. Plus, minus, multiply, divide. Pretty familiar, right? This is the core of the math you're going to be doing most of the time. Adding up a score in a game, or subtracting an item from your shopping cart. It's all done with the same basic arithmetic you learned back in school.
And this right here is the other huge piece of the puzzle. So much of coding is just asking the computer simple, logical questions. You know, is this person's age greater than 18? Is the game's score equal to 100? You're not solving for X, you're just comparing two numbers. It's pure logic, not complex math.
You know, this quote from Programmiz really nails it. The whole philosophy behind Java is about organization and thinking clearly. From the very beginning, it's teaching you how to be a structured problem solver. And honestly, that skill is way more valuable than memorizing a bunch of formulas.
Okay, but I can hear you thinking, but wait, what if I do need something a little more complex, like a square root or something? Well, that's the cool part. Java has your back.
That's right. Java comes with its own built-in toolkit, basically a pre-programmed calculator called the math class. And its entire job is to do the heavy lifting for you, to handle all those calculations so that you don't have to.
And here's what that looks like. It completely demystifies this stuff. You don't need to know the formula to find a square root. You just need to know the command math.sqrt. Want to find the bigger of two numbers? There's a command for that. Java basically takes these complicated ideas and turns them into simple, one-line tools.
So, there you have it. The math myth is officially busted. You don't need to be a math genius. You just need to be curious and enjoy solving problems. So if you're feeling ready to get started, let's look at a really simple, clear path to begin your journey, like today.
It really is this straightforward. You could be writing your first bit of Java code in the next 5 minutes, just using a free online editor in your browser. No messy setup. Then, find a good step-by-step tutorial to get the basics down. And the most important part, practice with little exercises. That's what really makes it all stick.
And you know what the best part is? You don't have to spend a ton of money to get started. Sites like the ones you see here, they offer fantastic free tutorials that will walk you through everything. And hey, if you do want to brush up on those math basics we talked about, Khan Academy is an amazing and totally free resource for that too.
So let's just bring it all home with the single most important thing I want you to take away from this. Say it with me. Coding is not about being a math genius. It is about being a creative, logical problem solver. It's about being someone who can take a big idea, break it into tiny pieces, and build something new and amazing. That is the real skill here.
So I'll leave you with this thought.
That giant barrier you thought was there, it isn't real. The path is wide open. Now that you know you've got what it takes, the only question left to ask is, what problem will you solve first?